Hi guys, welcome back to What's on My Plate. So for tonight, I'm making pizza bagels. Some plain with just sauce and cheese and some with peppers and onions. It's gonna be delicious, it's quick and easy. You're gonna love it. Let's get started. Okay, I'm gonna start slicing my bagels. You're gonna need about 8 bagels or however many you want to eat. So I'm gonna do some with peppers and onions and some with just sauce and cheese. So I'm going to start slicing it and we'll get to the next step. So to get started with my pizza bagels, I'm doing some peppers and onions, and I sliced them super thin, and I have 2 cloves of garlic, which I'm going to chop, and I'm going to saute this in the pan right now. And some of my pizza bagels are just going to be plain with sauce and cheese, and some are going to have peppers and onions. It's such a quick and easy meal. So let's get to the next step. Okay, so in my skillet here, I have a tablespoon of olive oil. I'm going to go ahead and add my onion and my peppers, and I'm going to saute these for about 5 minutes or so. After the 5 minutes, I'm going to add my garlic in and saute it for about a minute, and then I'm going to set this aside and start assembling my pizza bagels. So I am going to add a pinch of salt on here and a pinch of pepper. Okay, and then I'm going to saute this, add my garlic, and the next step would be slicing my pizza bagels. Well, my bagels, slicing my bagels. So we'll get to that step next. Okay, so my bagels are sliced up and they're on my tray. My oven is preheated to 425 degrees. And now I'm going to start assembling the pizza bagels, and they're going to cook for about 15 minutes. So we'll get to the next step. So for my pizza bagels, I have my own sauce I had made, and I had placed it in the freezer just in case I need it one day. And I'm using it today, or you can use a jarred pizza sauce. And I'm going to use 2 cheese pizza, mozzarella and provolone, and I'm going to start assembling it. Okay, so to start, just take your sauce and just start adding it to each bagel. Don't put too much. I mean, if you want to put as much as you want, that's fine. I just like to saturate the top a little bit. So I'm going to just do this for each of the bagels. And then I'm going to start adding my cheese on some. And the other ones, I'm going to add the peppers and onions first. And then I'll add the cheese on that. So I'm just going to finish up adding the sauce, and then we'll get to the next step. Okay, so now that the sauce is all over my bagels, I'm going to make some with peppers and onions. So I'm just going to start adding the peppers and onions on top. This is so delicious. I mean, like, who hasn't had pizza bagels their whole life? I mean, I always used to have them as a kid, and even now I make them because it's a quick and easy meal. I've ordered pizza out, and now the pizza is super expensive and it's smaller than it used to be. So I'm just like, let me just make my own pizza, and this is how I make it. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish adding the peppers and onions on some, and then I'm going to start adding the cheese on the other ones. Okay, so my pizza bagels are ready to go in the oven. Look how good they look. And they're going to be super tasty. It's such a quick meal. So basically, I had my sauce in the freezer, I had my bag of cheese, I had the bagels in the freezer, so I defrosted them, and it's put together so quick. So let's get this in the oven at 425 degrees for about 15 minutes. Okay, so my pizza bagels are out of the oven. Look how good they look. See a close up? Looks so good. I'll plate it take a picture of it for you. And I thank you so much for watching what's on my plate.